Hi, my name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my pre-recorded card and a cuppa for Friday the 24th of March. So as you know, I've had a busy week this week with my daughter getting married on Thursday. So I've pre-recorded my Facebook Lives for this week. So I'm going to make 2 wedding cards today because I can't decide which one I like. So I need a wedding card, so I'm going to make 2. So hopefully my video won't go too long, and I apologize if it does. So let's flip over to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay, so the products I'm going to use are all from the mini catalogue. So the first card we're going to make is using the Decorative Borders stamp set and the Elegant Borders, I think I've got them here, yes, the Elegant Border dies. So that's the first card we're going to make, what we're going to use to make. We're also going to use the, I've labelled it, silly me, the Alphabet a la mode dies. So that's for the first card. The second card we're going to use the Framed Florets stamp set and dies, and the Quatrefoil embossing folder, which I just remembered I haven't got, so I will have to go get that. So let's start off with this one. Okay, so as I said, I've got these dies here, and I've got my basic white cardstock. So this is thick basic white. So let's just score that nice and crisply with the bone folder. And I've got one piece of normal basic white, 10 centimeters by 14.4, and I've got some basic black cardstock that I'm going to use these dies with. So let's get the cut emboss machine first, and we shall do that bit first. Oops. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is on this piece of white cardstock, I'm going to use, I'm not quite sure which one I want to use. I think I'll go with this one. That's the one I'm thinking of going with, and I'm just going to make sure I get the cutting bit on the right side. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one. Now it's going to, because I'm using slightly smaller paper, I might have to get other tape. Or maybe not. Just to hold it in place. No, that's okay. It's going to hang over a fraction, but that's okay because I've got it even. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to wind that through. And I'll wind it back just to make sure it all cuts out. Yes, that cut out. So that's one way of getting all your die bits off. And I just need to get them all off my plate and not fling them into my cup of tea. I'd prefer not to do that. Okay, so that's our cardstock edge done, and I'll get the rest of those popped out in a moment. So I shall pop my die back in here and my card base, and I shall just get my black piece out. Now this has got adhesive sheet on the back, so I need an M. I might have to do a couple of ones, and I need an R And I need another M, so I'll have to do a couple of runs of the M. And I need the and I need an S. And I need another R. So really I just need to do a double run with the M. Well, there's no point in leaving a space, we might as well do that. So let me just run these through, and then I'll run the M through as well. Again. Because we've got the adhesive sheet on the back, I'm just going to run it back through. And we need a pokey tool to get our letters out. So that's what I need to do again. So my daughter and I went and got our nails done this morning. That was fun. And then we went and did a few last minute things and took some things up to the florist, and we saw her flowers that had just been delivered. So that was nice to see them. The colour palette's beautiful. So that was all pretty exciting. So I'll just do another one. Tip them all there and run it back through and get another M. So it's nice having the temperature a little bit cooler today too. That's nice as well. So that's that bit done. So we do need the cut emboss machine for the other card I'm going to do, but we'll get that back later. Let me just let me find myself again on my screen, just so I know everything is in place. Get all my bits out of the way, and I'll just put my dies back on my little magnetic plate, or I suppose it's a plate, a magnetic sheet, just so I don't lose anything. Don't want to lose anything. So these are great dies, especially if you're into scrapbooking or memory keeping. They're great. So they're in the mini catalogue. They're standalone dies, and they're $74. They are very skinny, as you can see, so I wouldn't personally put them up on dimensional strips. I wouldn't be doing that because they're so skinny. So that's why I've used the sticker sheet. Okay, so let me bring in a little bin and just get the rest of these out. Looks pretty good. They're all out. Get rid of my bin. There's that one. Okay, so we've got our card base, and I'm just going to get this beautiful image out and a long block. I'm not sure if it fits on this block. It doesn't. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to need a longer block. I wonder if it fits on this diagonally. Oh, just. Let's just make sure that it's all on the block. Yep. Okay. So, oops, don't want to miss my S. So I'm getting my black Memento ink, and I'm going to ink up my beautiful bordered stamp. Okay, and I'm going to, I might turn it around this way, and I'm going to just, hope my head's not coming in, but I do want to try and see where I'm placing it. and push it down nice and hard. Oh, I dropped that. I hope that was okay. Yep, that's okay. That looks okay. Whew. Stressful when you're making a very special card. Now, my other little thing is I want to make sure that these fit where I want them to fit. Because I've done this die cutting, I'm just wondering whether the missus is going to fit. Ooh, oh yes, it's going to fit just. Okay, so we know all that fits, so that's good. So I've got my blends here, and I will get my old olive and light and dark. And shall I do polished pink maybe? Okay, let's get our olive, and we're going to colour in our leaves. So this is a great stamp set because the colouring in isn't too intense and a lot of it, but it does look pretty nice once it's done. Okay. Okay. Colouring in is so nice. It's such a relaxing thing to do. Well, I find it is. So I'm just going to blend that line over. And as I said, this stamp set's great because the colouring in isn't too intense. Oh, there's a bit down here. Okay, so then I've got this one. I'm needing to replace so many of my blends, it's not funny. But I am waiting to see what colours remain and what colours go before I do that. Because I don't want to be buying a whole lot of colours that then get retired. So as I said, Olivia and I had a lovely morning this morning. Just doing last minute things. And that was really lovely. It was very unexpected and unplanned. And nails were planned. But just the last minute things, well, wasn't planned. So let's just see what this looks like. Oh yeah, this is the dark. So let's go dark down here. Dark on the tips. And we've always called Olivia Last Minute Livy. When she was at high school, all her assignments were done the night before. Used to stress me out, something shocking. And she used to always get great marks. So we nicknamed her Last Minute Livy. So she hasn't written her wedding vows yet, and it's like 2 days to go. She said she'll get to it. But as we call her Last Minute Livy, it's to be expected that she hasn't done that yet. And she said, it's not like I have to remember them. I can have them on a piece of paper in front of me. I said, yes, but you have to have written them. So she will do it last minute, and she will have it beautiful. As she does. She's a funny little chicken. Used to really annoy my son in high school because he used to sweat blood with all his assignments, and she'd just waltz on in last minute and get a great mark. So, but anyway, so that's all the colouring there is. I'm pretty sure there's not much no other colouring. I'm not going to try and go up here because I don't think I need to. So let me pop my colours away. Okay. Now we've got to do the placement again because Denise threw that away. Moved it out of the way. Okay. So I can't claim this is my own design. I did see something very similar on Pinterest, but I decided to use the decorative die, border die, and I'm looking for my ruler because I want to make sure I get things straight. You just go down there, mister. Okay, let's move this up. And I think that's so I've just sort of tweaked it a little bit to make it my own. Okay, so I'm making sure I can't keep my ruler straight. There we go. So it's much easier with the adhesive sheet on the alphabet dies. I wouldn't recommend trying to do it with glue because it's just too hard. And with your take your pick tool, you can use it, or a pair of tweezers, you could use it to guide you. Okay, I might put the misses on next. I'll move it up so I can get my ruler down here. Let's see, we'll do it there. Just make sure, I just want to see if I want to go down that low. I do, I think. Yes. And if I don't go with these two wedding cards, well, I can always make others. And just put this in my supply of wedding cards. So I'm trying to keep it straight and not bring my head in. Okay, that looks pretty good. There we go. So I've got my green tea here. I might have a sip of that in a minute. I don't know if there's a top or a bottom to the S. I don't think there is, but hope not. Oh, that one looks... I don't know. I really don't know. I think it looks pretty much the same. Oh, now I can't get this. There we go. Got it. Now, if I move the card, I have moved the card. Can't have a crooked S. And I think that's crooked. So, come on, just be cooperative for me, please. Nope, that's not where I want it. Sorry. Maybe if I just do it with my fingers, I will have maybe more control. Maybe. Okay. that looks pretty good. Now we've just got the and, or the ampersand. Oh, this was obviously 2 parts. I didn't realise I'd put that over a join. Ah, for goodness sakes. There we go. And I'll just place that in the middle without that piece there. Okay. I'll get rid of all my bits. They're probably not in view anyway. And I'm just thinking, shall I put it up on dimensionals or shall I not? I think I shall. I love these dies. I know I'm going to use these a lot. And that's why I did it on a separate piece, because I didn't want the blends bleeding through just a 1 layer card. Okay, now I'm going to try my new trick. Maybe I got too many on there. I'm liking my new trick. It's probably not that clever really. I just didn't know about it. Okay. Now I'm wondering, should I put some ribbon somewhere? I'm not going to, you know. I'm just going to go ribbonless. And the reason being is that I've got the decorative border die, but I will do bling. I think we do need bling. And the bling I think we need is Iridescent Pearls. I think that's the bling that we need. So I'm going to put one inside the flower there, one down here, and one up here. So that's one wedding card made. I'm quite happy with that, how that turned out. I will do whatever I need to do inside at a later date, but that's the front of it. So that's the first one. I'm going to have a drink of my green tea. Yes, I quite like that. Okay, so that's the first card made. So let me get my chamois and I'll clean this off. And we will get started on the second wedding card. Then I'll have to choose. You know what I'm like with choosing. That's going to be tricky. I do love this stamp set though. Great stamp set. Great dies. And the alphabet dies are great too. So all of these are in the mini catalogue, except for these dies. They're in the online exclusives. Okay, so let's pop that one back in there. I don't know what size blocks I need for this next card. Okay, so the next card I'm going to use is the Framed Florets and the Celebrating You with this Wishing You a Happily Ever After. Okay, so I've got my card base. So I'm doing more of the invitation colours, vanilla and the crumb cake. So I've got my vanilla card base, and then I've got, oh, that's for something. Then I've got a piece of crumb cake, and I'll have a piece of this. So let's bring in our emboss machine, cut emboss machine, and work out what we need. I'll just grab my embossing folder that I forgot. Okay, so let's do our die cutting first. No, let's do our embossing first. We'll work our way up. So we've got our card base. So I'm going to emboss the crumb cake, and I need my 3D plate. And bam. So this is the, oh no, it's not a 3D embossing folder, so I don't need the 3D plate. This is the Quatrefoil embossing folder. So I am going to put that there. I don't need the 3D plate. I just need the 2 number 3s. So I'll just make sure that's straight. And put that through. That's that one. It's got such a lovely texture to it. It's very pretty. Okay, so card base, yes. And then this one, no, this one. Where's my one that I wanted? Oh yes, that's the one I want. I want to put that through the Quatrefoil embossing folder as well. Oh, I am going to go over the half hour, but hopefully not too far over. Okay, so I'm just wondering if I want both of them embossed. You know what? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to do the plain crumb cake behind. What's up there? So I think I'll just do plain behind actually now when I think about it. Because I think that's going to be a bit of overkill. You know what? I'm going to grab something else instead. I want the Timeworn Type embossing folder. Yes. Now that is a 3D one. So I do. So I will grab this piece of vanilla crumb cake. I don't think Quatrefoil on Quatrefoil is the right thing. Now this is a too big a piece of crumb cake, but I will cut it down. So this is very much creativity in the process, in progress. Okay, so let me just have a little look. That's got to be cut down, but yes, I like that better. It's a bit more vintagey. That's okay. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is get my cutting plates back in. Put my 2 embossing folders away and get my Framed Florets frame out. And cut this piece out because that's going to be separate. Oh. There we go. Got stuck. Okay. So I've got that middle piece. Where's my pick tool? I've got this piece. And I'll just scrape this off. I've really got to break into my new plates. I keep putting it off. I need another piece of vanilla. Okay, and I want this one as well. because that will frame it as well. Okay, now I want to cut out a few little leaves, bits and pieces of leaves. So I'll have to grab some crumb cake, which I have right here. Okay, I want two of these. And I want another one. Okay. And what else do I want? I can use this piece. I want two of these. Put them up there. Piece of that. I'm getting stuck to my plate. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cut out, so that will work. I'll get rid of this. Whoops. Okay. Okay. So I've got to cut this crumb cake down to 10. And 14.4. Okay, so we've got a thick vanilla card base, matting piece with the Timeworn Type embossing folder on it. Make sure that's not upside down. No, it's not. Then a Quatrefoil piece of vanilla. And now I've got to work out where my, oh, there they are. I thought, what have I done with all the ovals? Okay, so I want this oval. I'm just going to place first and then figure out. And then I want this oval in the middle. Well, that's not going to work. Why is that not working? I know. Because that's going to go down a bit lower, because all my leaf decoration is going to be. Now I've got these two ovals, so I just need to work out which one I'm going to put where. If I do that one, and then this, and then I've got my leaves to go like so. And so, and then these leaves to go here, and then ribbon here. I'm thinking I like that. Right, let's get this process happening. We will attach to the crumb cake. Onto the crumb cake matting piece. another sip of tea. Okay, and we shall get a brush and make sure everything's out. And that's going to go there. Okay, so we need a silicone mat, and we need a little, because we're going to adhere it this way. I'll bring it in view, that might help. Bit more. Whoa! Okay. Get that out of the way. Okay, so we're just going to center that pretty much. Yes, and put that down. Now I might need to do some stamping before I put this one and then this one. Yes. So let me get a tissue and mop that up first. And move that out of the way so I don't get into trouble. Okay, so we get the stamp set. What did I do with it? Here it is. And I'm going to do it in crumb cake. So not very much stamping on this one either. This one, is that it? Yes. I haven't used this one before. How exciting. So I shall practice on my scrappy piece of paper. I think my crumb cake's needing re-inking. No, that's okay. Yeah. Is that straight? Pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this to the card piece. So I thought I was leaving it till the last minute to do the wedding card. At least it's not the wedding vows. Okay, more green teas needed. Okay, and then this one's going to go round, but I shall position it a little bit lower so we get okay, so I'll bring my silicone sheet back in, although I don't really want that, so let me wipe this up. And maybe even turn it over, because I want to do it this way. This one can be done this way. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to, so we're sort of just layering our ovals on top of each other. I don't need that oval, I'll keep that for another project. Okay, now let's see what we've got here. I might need to get rid of these bits. What am I up to? Oh, I'm up to 45 minutes nearly. I'm nearly finished, girls. Okay, there. Now these can be either glued down or they could be glue dots. I'm just trying to work out how I want this to work. I wish that you had one that went this way. I can't really turn it over, but that's okay. We're going to work with it and not worry too much. There we go. So I'm thinking that, so I will have to trim off a bit. And oh, this one's, so I'm thinking like so, and then I've got this gorgeous ribbon that I thought I'd do a bow with. So this was carried over from the holiday catalogue, from the Lights of Glow suite of products. I thought I'd just, okay, let's just do this. I'm going to do it with some glue. There's a bit still in there. Get out. Get out. I'm just putting the glue down the spine of the leaf spray. And I will work out what I need to cut off afterwards. I'll just press that down. Okay, so this one. And I'm going to put that like so. And where are my snips there? I'll just snip this off and this off. Okay, now I'm just wondering if these leaves need to be a little bit further away. Yes, I think so. So I shall put some glue here. So we're just really layering everything. And this one here. Come on, stick down. My fingers are getting gluey now. Okay. And we've got our beautiful bow or ribbon that I thought I could put there. So ribbon scissors. Yes, my fingers are sticky and icky. And this one will be a glue dot. Then I'll have to try and decide which one I want to use. Okay, that definitely needs trimming down, but just for the moment we won't worry because I want to try and finish as quickly as I can. Okay, so that's going to go flat, flat on our card base because I think we've got so many things happening. I think it needs to be flat. So just centered on your card base with the border all the way around. Now I don't think iridescent pearls are the right choice for this one because they're a bit whiter. I think we might have to go with just our basic pearls. And I think I have got that a little bit crooked, but you know. And let me think. Now this one's going to be a bit different. I'm thinking of putting them using a lot and putting them spaced around. So you can see where I'm going with this. I'm using a lot of pearls. I think that one would probably be the last one I need there, and spaced around here as well. And that is my second card finished. Now I just have to choose between the two cards. That's going to be tricky. Okay, now I might take this one off because I've gone lower on that side. No, he needs to be there. So he will go back on. And I might put another one in amongst the bushes. Maybe. I'll fine tune that one. So there you are, and there I am with 2 wedding cards now to choose from. It'll be interesting to see which one you guys prefer. But this one was using the Decorative Border stamp set and the Elegant Border dies and the Alphabet a la mode. Quite like that one. And this one was using the Framed Florets, the Quatrefoil embossing folder, the Timeworn Type embossing folder. So let me know which one you prefer. So thanks for watching, ladies. Sorry I've gone a bit long today. But yeah, I wanted to make 2 cards. So have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.